We love green lights. They say go. They affirm our way. Proceed. Attaboy. There you go. Freedom. Carry on. They don't interrupt us. Yellow lights interrupt us. Red lights stop us. We don't like red and yellow lights because they do just that. They impede our flow. They make us take pause. They sometimes make us take a U-turn. They stop us from getting to where we were headed. We don't want them, but sometimes we need them. If the world and our life was nothing but green lights, then fuck, it'd all be just for entertainment, and then we'd have a world full of Saturdays, and there's no evolution in that. Yep. You know what I mean? So I've learned that green lights in my own life, are come through choices that we make. We can be kind to our future selves by the choices we make today. How you are in your relationship. You have choices every day with the quality of your relationship with your wife of 12 years. You make choices that every day that are going to go, I could do this right now, but that may be harder for me tomorrow with my wife. Oh, I could act in this way now, and that's actually going to enrich my relationship and make it easier. And I'm gonna, and then we're gonna get to the weekend, and my wife's gonna be like, yes, absolutely, take some time off. Whatever that is, whatever, because you've already done whatever those choices are, all the way down to put the damn coffee in the coffee filter the night before you go to bed, so you can get up in the morning and go boop. That's teeing yourself up for a green light, right? So, it's a mix of responsibility and freedom, I think, and the understanding that responsibility actually does create freedom, where a lot of times we see those as a contradiction, but they're not. And there's a lot of freedom in responsibility. So we can make choices to engineer green lights in our future. Sometimes green lights just fall in our lap and we have good fortune. Well, what do we do with them? Sometimes green light is about how do we look at the same situation? What's our perspective? If I see it as a yellow light, oh, geez, now I'm not sure. But you see it as a green light because you're like, I'm not even giving that crisis credit. Sometimes you can just deny a yellow or a red and create a green because you don't give the red and yellow credit. And that can be valuable sometimes. But also it's about perspective. How do we see it? And then finally, I have found that through my writings, and I think this is true for everybody, that the red and yellow lights in our life reveal green light assets for us somewhere down the line after they happen. When do we notice that? When we're in a crisis and a hardship. When do we notice that? I think there's something, this is hard, but I think there's something in this for me. I think I have a lesson to learn in this that I'm going to evolve. So I think there's actually a green light hidden in this hardship that I'm in. When do we notice that? Sometimes we notice it in the situation. Sometimes we notice it tomorrow. Sometimes we notice it next month. Sometimes we're going to notice it on our deathbed. And I argue that sometimes sometimes green light assets of our red and yellow light life will not even be revealed until our great grandchildren get them 3 generations from now, 2 generations from now. So the final premise is that all of the yellow and red lights in our life eventually do turn green.
Sure.
If you have the long view. And so that's what green lights is about.